This woman single-handedly caused the biggest spike in the gender wars that I've seen in the last few years, man. Just on her words alone, like,
grab the rock and hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. He's holding a brick and all these niggas is watching.
she knew exactly what to say, how to say it. Like, she single-handedly got a whole bunch of women turning their backs on a lot of brothers. And to this day, these women will never apologize. What's going on, everyone? This is your man, Brandon Gio, one half of Residual Impact. Hey, yo, check it. So I know there's been quite a few updates that's been happening lately in this case, but y'all gotta forgive me. The last time that there was an update, I was away in Colombia having a great time. So shout out to the passport bros that I actually got to meet down there. It was a pretty dope experience just being out in a different country, on a different continent. I've never been on another continent before other than North America. So that was good. But enough about that, man. This case is definitely going to trial, and trial is starting soon. So thank each and every single one of y'all who tapped into the last video that I made on this topic. So here's the most recent update that I have. And of course, it's courtesy of the queen of accountability, Miss Daphne Sutton. Because since day one, Daphne has had her foot on Roda's neck, and she continues to keep that pressure on her. Despite everything that she's been through with Roda.
Your husband probably don't like you. I know what type of girl you are. You pay all the bills and do all the housework, and you're mad at us. Sorry, we did not abuse you. And destroy me. I'm indestructible, especially for a person like you, like a sleaze like you. You got nothing going on. You're talentless. You lie. You have no ethics. You have no morals. You have no hobbies. You have no friends. Like, girl.
Where Roda was making threats against her.
And now you won't have no money, because I'm going to take it all. See you in court, bitch. If anybody can tell me Daphne's last name and the city and state that she lives in, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. Daphne, I know your minions are watching. I know you're blocked, but Daphne Sutton? You see how quickly I got your last name? That was 30 seconds. Now think about how quickly I'm going to find out your city and state, and then your address, and then your job, and then everybody in your family's name. Probably can get it before 6 p.m. today. Yeah, I went to the #1 journalism school, Columbia. Have you heard of it? And also, I'm more resourceful than you. I'm much smarter than you.
But anyway, right before my trip, as I was packing, I remember I was listening to a video that Daphne put on YouTube where she was talking about being subpoenaed to go to court to testify against Roda.
So when I told you guys that I was subpoenaed, I want to show you guys the court information here. She does have court October 15th, and this date might get moved. See, when you're in the inside, you're a part of something, you know that things constantly change. This court date has been moved like maybe 3 or 4 times this year. So I didn't talk about this recent court date move because it might get moved again. It might get moved again. The last time I gave you guys an update, it was September the 3rd. So as you can see, I updated you guys in the same month. This is not nothing brand new that I'm doing. When you're involved in a case and you're a witness on a case, you're going to get updates too as they come in. But I'm only able to tell you guys what you can publicly see. I'm not going to risk losing great relationships with people that can help me in the long run. So, but when this case is over, and it will be over soon, y'all know anything I reported on this case, I was accurate on this case. Clearly, I know more than what my haters are saying I don't know. Because when it came down to her being, her having a warrant, I was the one that put it out. And here's the proof that I am subpoenaed. I wanted you guys to see that. This is the second subpoena that was issued out to me.
Now, an update. As of October 23rd, 2025, Daphne posted this tweet not too long ago, and she said, "It's official. Jury picked. Trial for Roda Osman starts Monday." And that's October 27th, by the way. "They did everything to silence me and still couldn't get me off this case." That's her referring to a post that she put up not too long ago, and I'll get to that one in a second for those of y'all who haven't seen that post. She continues to say, "My birthday is Tuesday and accountability is coming early. Stay tuned." So here we have a look at the court document that she posted where it says the state of Texas versus Osman Roda, the defendant, This was filed October 23rd, 2025, and the charge was theft greater than or equal to $30,000, but less than $150,000. And this is the case reset form. It says the undersigned counsel hereby agrees this case is reset for jury trial on Monday, October 27th, 2025 at 9 a.m. located at, there's the address. The state has offered, there's the attorney for the defendant, aka Roda, and the state and defense agrees as follows. Comments, start testimony at 11 a.m. It's in the city of Houston. This is major because the last update that I saw, there was a court date scheduled for October 15th. That was last week. And then before then, there was another court date that was supposed to happen in September. And I remember Daphne talking about how the court dates kept getting pushed back. And she didn't want to constantly tweet about it because every time she would tweet about it and it got pushed back, people might be looking at her sideways and constantly ask for updates.
See, when you're in the inside, you're a part of something, you know that things constantly change. This court date has been moved like maybe 3 or 4 times this year. So I didn't talk about this recent court date move because it might get moved again. It might get moved again. The last time I gave you guys an update, it was September the 3rd. So as you can see, I updated you guys in the same month. This is not nothing brand new that I'm doing.
And then shortly after that, they tried to silence her and Rhoda's attorneys tried to get her off the case. Mainly because, again, like I said, Daphne has had her foot on Rhoda's neck since the beginning. And most of what has happened as far as Roda being arrested back in January 2024, like a lot of that transpired, or most of that transpired because of what Daphne has done to get in contact with the police.
Just like with Roda. When Roda said, I never in my life had this.
What have I ever done to anybody in my life to deserve this? I never did anything in my life to hurt anybody.
Stop the cap.
I was right on the phone with 3 different police departments to verify the story. She hadn't called 911 yet. I called first. That's all. Just to check around. And then when I saw that there was nothing backing that up, I got to looking into it a little bit more. That's how that happened.
And to get in contact with the club where Roda claims she was hit in the face with a brick at, Daphne has done all this footwork and legwork. So again, all these updates are thanks to her because Roda, man, I'm gonna reserve my comments for when this woman is sentenced because I believe, and I hope and strongly believe that Roda's gonna lose this one. All right. And this is why they tried to have Daphne thrown off the case. But anyway, Daphne posted this tweet on October 15th when that last court date was supposed to happen. She said, so now Roda's defense is trying to have me excluded from the case. That tells you everything you need to know. They're scared. They called me a blogger and claimed I don't know anything about the case when I'm the one who helped police take her down and sent in the evidence, including that 2020 GoFundMe scam. She's desperate to keep that out of court as well. You don't try to silence someone who had nothing to do with your case. You do that when there are receipts that can destroy your entire defense. If she was so unbothered, why were you still making videos about me just a few months ago? My name is in the charging document and was before she hired her attorney. They know I played a key role in providing the police with credible evidence. My information damages her credibility and strengthens the case. Scared. Then she posted 10/23/25, which is now the most recent update that she has. And this document right here, defense first motion in Limeline in the state of Texas versus Roda Osman. And this was requested by her attorney. This says to the honorable judge of said court, comes now the defendant, Roda Osman, by and through undersigned counsel, and respectfully moves this honorable court to instruct the state, its witnesses, and all parties to refrain from mentioning, alluding to, or introducing any evidence of the following matters in the presence of the jury without first obtaining a ruling outside of the jury's presence. This motion is made to ensure a fair trial under the Texas rule of evidence and the Constitution of the United States and the state of Texas. A, references to Daphne Sutton and blank. Now, this name is crossed out, so we'll just continue. The defense moves to exclude any mention, testimony, or reference to individuals identified as Daphne and blank, alleged acquaintances or internet commentators who have no personal knowledge of the facts of this case. Now, we all know that that's a damn lie because Daphne has plenty of personal knowledge on this case. She's been involved with it from the beginning. And that's how you know Roda is scared. But let's continue. Such statements are inadmissible under rules 401, 402, and 602 in the Texas Rules of Evidence. Any testimony from these individuals would be speculative, irrelevant, and unfairly prejudicial under Rule 403. Yeah, all right. B. Bloggers, internet commentary, and social media speculation. Any reference to blog posts, online videos, podcasts, or social media content discussing the alleged incident should be excluded. Such information constitutes inadmissible hearsay under Rules 801 and 802, lacks proper authentication under Rule 901, and risks inflaming the jury under Rule 403. The probative value, if any, is substantially outweighed by the danger of unfair prejudice, confusion, and misleading the jury. C. Prior GoFundMe or Minneapolis incidents. The defense requests the court prohibit any mention of alleged prior fundraising activities, including any reference to purported GoFundMe or incident in Minneapolis. All of that because Roda's defense knew that all of that information that was introduced into the courtroom for the jury to hear and see for themselves would be damning to Roda's defense. See, this right here is a slam dunk essentially for those of us who have been rooting to see justice served and Roda essentially get what she deserves because come on now, the way that she lit a fire under so many people's behinds in this country, she just literally sat along the sidelines and blamed black men for not coming to her defense, not coming to her rescue.
He would grab the rock and it hit me in my face because I would have given him my number. And all y'all just watch. Literally, a man asked me for my number. I said no, and he picked up a brick in front of so many men and was like, "What you gonna do?" And I told all these men, like, "Yo, why this man got a brick on my face?" And he's holding a brick, and all these niggas is watching.
And so many other women followed suit, and they knew nothing about the story. They didn't know the truth.
A woman got hit in the head with a brick, and I don't even really need to know the backstory. I know that a man did it.
You bitches is fucking sick. I hope Ro gets justice pound for fucking pound. And how sweet it's gonna be. How sweet it's gonna be.
This brick situation is absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that a woman got hit in the face with a brick and men stood by and watched it happen and didn't do a single thing about it, didn't try to prevent it, didn't do anything after the fact, nothing whatsoever. This is why it has to be all men, because you have the perpetrators and then you have the people who are complicit because they don't do anything about it.
Because Roda didn't tell the truth. And I can't wait to see how this trial plays out because, look, Lord only knows what's really going to happen, but I strongly believe that Roda's going to get what she deserves. Brick Lady is definitely going to get what she deserves, and I'm here for it. Only time will tell. So y'all let me know your thoughts and comments down below. Greatly appreciate you guys for tapping into this update today. Look, I'll keep you updated as long as Daphne keeps updating the public. If y'all want to go ahead and follow her, I'll definitely leave all her links down below. You can check out her Twitter. You can check out her YouTube. Go show her some love. Go support her. Tell her Residual Impact sent you. So that's all I have for today's video. Again, thank each and every single one of you guys for watching. And you know I can't leave without saying where you are today is a residual outcome of the thoughts you had in the past. Till next time, peace.